producer and now apparel brand owner. Bollywood actor Anushka Sharma has donned a new hat as she launches her new entrepreneurial venture, her signature apparel line called Nush. Anushka's Nush adds yet another brand to the celebrity label bandwagon. A 50-50 joint venture with Sudithi Industries, Anushka believes that her personal style and attention to detail will be the differentiating factor of Nush, along with, of course, very affordable pricing. I caught up with Anushka to talk about everything Nush and why she believes this will be a success. Listen in. Thank you so much for joining us, Anushka Sharma. Truly a pleasure having you on Brand Equity.
Thank you.
Firstly, many congratulations on the launch of Nush. So please take me back and tell me how you thought of launching something like this. We know that you have this entrepreneurial spirit in you because you've already launched your own production house. Now you have your own clothing line. Give me an idea as to what was the thought behind launching a clothing line.
This was an idea that I was toying with for the past, I say, 4 to 5 years. Something that first came into Inception. We just thought of the idea, and then I went and discussed it with my team and figured out if there was a possibility of me doing something like this. In timelines-wise, 1.5 years it's been since we've been trying to set up and get up for the first collection, the autumn-winter collection that you saw today. So the thing is that clothes, I feel, are something that we live in. It's a part of our life, an everyday part of life, a personal part of our lives. And I wanted to create a brand that can be part of people's lives. So I think that's where the idea came from, to making clothing accessible, whether it's from comfort point of view, price point of view, styling point of view, and to create something that becomes easy, effortless fashion, that becomes easy to wear, easy to sell.
So what would Nush stand for in terms of its fashion statement?
I would put it as everyday clothing for everybody. Okay. And like I said earlier, easy to style. You don't have to be a particular person who knows exactly what it is and what you're supposed to wear and how you're supposed to style yourself and what are the trends. Everything. Just make it very accessible and enable people to be able to style themselves for every day. Going to the office, go to college, for a freshers party, for a holiday season, and just make that accessible. And what we have done is created 160 plus designs, and this is for the autumn-winter collection, which normally the lessest designs and the lessest styles are created for that because you're confined in that sense because of the weather. But yeah, we managed to get 160 plus designs going, so it is for everybody and available to women with different tastes. Of course, my own personal style is reflected.
Now, we'll talk a little bit about that. How much of that styling and how much of your design will we see your participation in?
Yeah.
Will we see your participation in, or have you, let's say, collaborated with some designers to ensure that different designs are being rolled out at several times?
So I partnered with Sudithi Industries. They have a very, very able style and product development team. Where I come in is involvement of styles, getting involved and making sure that my aesthetic value is completely and properly reflected, and then making the clothes available to the consumer in the best way possible. So that entails everything else that goes into making it reach them. I was very particular about quality control. I was very particular about certain things that I think I experienced when I have shopped from global brands all over the world. And maybe what I felt were like the shortcomings there. So I made sure that I could incorporate that in the brands. And that was a lot of little hassle. A lot of times I feel that we pick up clothes from outside India, and sometimes you can wear the clothes there, but here you can't. It's too transparent, or there's not a lining that's there, and you have to dress according to the place you are in. So ensuring that, because a lot of times when the samplings were being done, and those meetings were long and tedious, but I remember I was very, very particular that I'm giving inputs almost to the point where I could have been annoying, in that sense that these are too transparent. So we make thicker fabrics, and make sure that you can quickly buy and wear. You don't have to think too much before you you just make it easy, make fashion easy, make styling easy, and that is the idea, behind this. So adding those inputs, adding that value to the brand.
Why Sudithi?
Because I felt like they had the right mind for what I was trying to do.
Did you meet with other people?
We did, but I think this was the best the best guys for us. I think their distribution is their strength. They manufacture for a lot of global brands, and I think they knew exactly what kind of quality that I was looking for, and the kind of market that I wanted to be able to reach through this.
Right. So just to talk a little bit about finances, I believe this is a joint venture between you and Sudhiti. So the investments are 50-50. Can you give me a sense as to how much is that investment?
So over the period of 3 years, it's somewhere about upwards 670 CR upwards is the investment that we look at.
Together or individually?
Together.
Together 70 first for about 3 years.
For about 3 years, yeah.
And what happens after that?
We see how it goes. We see as with each season how it's going, and if it's going as we hope it would, then like I said, upwards 70, then we can increase that depending on the kind of feedback that we receive from the market.
Right. So if I've got you right, are you going to be launching season-wise collections?
Yeah. So every year we have 2 seasons.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So one
So
will
this
be
is the first one, and spring summer.
spring, summer, autumn, winter.
Yeah. So in March we should have the second season out.
I see. And in terms of pricing, how have you priced it?
So the clothes range from 699 to about 3,500.
I also want to talk to you about celebrities these days, and you must know a lot of celebrities have actually got into this line, the clothing line. So how would, Nush by Anushka Sharma be differentiated in the clutter we've seen from celebrity launches?
Yeah. I think the more the merrier, firstly, to begin with. I think that's a very good thing. So I think I'm not trying to create a difference. I'm doing what I understand best. I'm bringing my aesthetic value and my understanding of the market, my understanding of the audience. I keep saying audience because I'm so used to movies. But honestly speaking, that's the way you look at it also. In fact, how movies have a kind of lasting impression in our mind, and they kind of have that sense of longevity. I feel like this is exactly what I'm trying to do with this also. To create that sense of ownership and building upon something.
Just to talk a little bit about your retail strategy. So you have launched it. So where will Nush be available?
So Nush is going to be available at Shop Stop.
Okay.
On ground at Shop Stop. It's going to be available on Myntra.
Okay.
And also we're going to be in a lot of shopping shops all around India. It keeps increasing, but right now currently I would say about 17 shopping shops all over India as well.
But are you looking at exclusive Nush outlets? Is that something?
Definitely, but it's not this year for sure. I mean this season for sure, and of course the year because the year is ending. But in the future, and very soon, perhaps maybe the next season. Having exclusive Nush stores.
Yeah. I know you're probably now a prudent businesswoman too, because it's your second entrepreneurial venture. So I must ask you, what is your kind of expectation in terms of profitability?
As it is for films, right? You create the product that you best believe in. But yes, as long as you're safeguarding everybody's investments and everyone's involvement, I would hope for the best.
And if you look at your own career now, you're of course a very, very successful actor. You are also now a producer with your production house, and now you're a brand owner, apparel brand owner. How would you say you would divide your involvement in these three?
The good thing is that I'm so focused on only few things in my life. Which is either I'm focused on the work that I do or I'm focused on spending time with my family. Literally, these are the only 2 things that I do in my life. I'm not someone who has a very active social life. Also, I think somewhere where you involve yourself in things that inspire you, it doesn't become so difficult to do those things. I just have to be better at time management, which I'm learning as I go about. It would start off with Nush, when you'd have these meetings. In fact, some of them in this very room, and 2 hours would be allocated for that meeting. You will schedule yourself, and then I would end up being here for like 9 hours sometimes. So it's something that you can't decide, but I think as you go about, you'll be able to manage your time better. And I think I'm happy that I'm doing things that consume me, things that inspire me, things that move me. As a person, I have to be constantly doing something, otherwise I can get really demotivated. So to motivate myself, I have to do things. I have to constantly work to motivate myself. And that's the only way I know how to live. When I was a kid, I was about 10 or 11 years old. I tried to start a beauty parlor in my colony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to organize these events in my colony. Also, like for Diwali and New Year's and Christmas, and engage all the kids. Tell them, अपने घर से 4 कुर्सी लेके आना, तुम ये खाना लेके आना, तुम ये लेके आना, मैं ये लेके आऊँगी, and do these kind of things. So I've been that kid. I've always been this person. My interests are many, and my interests are all to kind of things come from. I can't tell you ye hai. No, something inspires me, something I find value in, something then I go after it.
Why Nush and why not Anushka?
Because I wanted Nush to be something which stays on even after Anushka. And I would like Nush and anything that I do, Clean Slate Films or Nush, to become eventually bigger than Anushka. So it has to have its own identity. I just wanted a name that has that's a bit like catchphrasey, that just kind of has a
like a zing to it.
Yeah, you should be able to like it's nice to. It's something that you can, it has good recall value.
Sure.
And it sounds different. It doesn't have to mean anything. I did not want it to mean anything. I just wanted it to be catchy, and it was catchy. So that's why Nush. But it is a part of my name because it's a part of my life and it's a part of me.
Anushka, you've also, accepted the brand ambassadorship of Swachh India. What made you accept that brand ambassadorship? Given that you have your hands full, and B, what would you say the stage of India's Swachness is currently?
I think it's a service, that you want to give to your country.
Of course, it's a big honor that
It's
you
a huge honor to be asked to be, behind. It's not just a campaign. It's kind of like a mission in the country right now. And if you get picked to forward it or to further the initiative, then it's a great honor for you as a person.
What is your involvement in the campaign?
I did 2 ads. They currently also play on air. In fact, right now, currently, when I'd gone to the Versova beach to clean up the beach area, and we actually cleaned up an entire area. There was proper like before and after pictures like you had, because I was like, if you're doing it, then you should do it as well. I know that it is not about for me to go out there and pick up things on the road. I'm a taxpayer and I provide the taxes to create this, but it's to create awareness in people's minds that it is not okay to throw this. And as an actor, you would imagine, if I can go out there and pick up the things, then it's not a matter of shame or feeling shy in doing this. In fact, there were people who were out there, some girls who were taking my pictures, like fans and all come there to take photos, and I was like, what are you taking photos? You come here and you help me clean. And I gave them gloves and I said, come on, you clean with them. And a lot of them ran away, saying, nahi, and they ran away. I said, what are you feeling shy about? I said, karo na kya farak pada? Mujhe bahut maza aaya. I had a great time. I took my parents also with me. And and it's important to do your bit.
On that note, many congratulations on the Nush brand. I wish you all the very best. Hopefully we will see it in Nush exclusive outlets very soon and get your brand rising as high as you are.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.